I want to talk to you today about some market changes that we're seeing in our area. So everybody has been talking about how the market is so hot, right? Burning hot. If you're a seller, you can get anything you want. The tides have turned. They have drastically turned in most cases, not all, but most. Let me tell you a little bit about what my experience has been with Jeff and I working the last several months to give you an update on just kind of what to expect. 6 months ago, if you came to me and said you wanted to buy a house, I'm going to let you know that you're likely going to have to go over asking price to purchase. It doesn't matter. The value may not always come into play. Yes, I will run the numbers and we will tell you what we think of the value. But if you really want to buy a house, you may have to pay over that price. $25,000, $50,000. We have seen as high as $100,000 just in our little group of agents. And that's significant. I'm going to tell you why now is actually still a really good time to buy, even with the interest rates. But that being said, we would explain that. We would also explain that the due diligence fee in North Carolina, which is a fee that is paid directly to the seller at the time of contract, like if they accept your offer, your due diligence fee is automatically due. So if you were to offer a due diligence fee, we were often seeing, depending on the price of the home, the condition, how long it's been on the market, all that, we were seeing anywhere from $3,000, $5,000, $7,000, $9,000, $12,000, $15,000, up to $25,000. We were on the listing side and receiving end of as high as $105,000. That money is non-refundable to the buyer. They only get credit for it if they close on the house. So something goes wrong and you hate the house, that money's gone. That's a big deal. So for us, we wanted to make sure that we were advising clients as carefully as possible. So we would tell people, look, we're going to run the numbers. We're going to tell you what we think the value is. And then it's up to you. What do you want to do? Yes, you can pay over asking. It was a crazy time. So that has changed. And as interest rates have increased, we have seen buyers buying fewer homes. It's great for the inventory because the buyers that are out there are having an opportunity to win houses. I just did a deal. We had over $15,000 in repair credits that needed to be done on the house. 6 months ago, you never would have seen that. So that's a pretty big deal. So before, when people were purchasing these houses and going well over asking price, the sellers really didn't have any motivation to do repairs because they were getting a huge due diligence, non-refundable check for like 50 grand from you and not having to do anything if they didn't want to. So we weren't seeing much negotiation happen. But now we're back. So right now, we're seeing great houses are still going very fast. If a great house hits the market, we just had a condo hit in Davidson. This puppy went so quick. We had calls on it the minute we put it up as coming soon and it wasn't even showing yet. We had an offer in coming soon status. We had multiple offers on the property when we went active and started showing. We did call for highest and best, and our seller's very happy. I cannot share those numbers with you yet because it hasn't closed. However, I can tell you that it's a significantly strong contract, and we're very excited for our seller for that purpose. So we were able to negotiate some of those terms because it's a great waterfront condo on Lake Norman, beautiful water views, and it went quickly. Now, if I have a house that's great, it probably will go fast as long as I price it right. If I have a house that is not in great condition or it's overpriced, it is going to sit and sit and sit and sit right now. I've seen great houses sit for weeks before getting an offer. We have one house that went under contract 5.5 months into the listing agreement. It had nothing to do with the marketing. We had marketing. We talked to every single buyer agent that came in the door. We wrote offers back to buyers from the seller. We did everything trying to bring buyers in, but it was overpriced to start. The seller wanted to price a little bit higher. We had some circumstances happen where a new construction neighborhood came on the market shortly after we listed, and they were brand new homes that you could buy for $20,000 less. So we had to shift our strategy and make some changes. That being said, you just never know, but pricing is still critically important. Now, sellers tell me, I want to get the most money for my house. And my answer to that is price it appropriately. Be strategic. And they say, well, no, I don't want to price it that low. If you price it correctly, you're going to get more buyers on it. And that's what you need to start multiple offers. So when we see these buyers come in, it's usually because they see the value as well. But if you overprice it, people are going to be like, no way, I would not pay that for that house. No way. I'm going to wait until the price comes down. And then everybody else starts to think, what's wrong with it? So it becomes this vicious cycle. If you were to price appropriately and then get your house on the market, be strategic with your marketing plan, with your agent, make sure that you're doing all the things you need to do, you can still receive multiple offers in this market. This just happened this last weekend to us where we had these multiple offers and received a super strong offer for our seller. I can't even tell you how important pricing is right now. So let's talk about why it's good to buy now, even when interest rates are high. So if I bought a house right now, let's say we buy a house for $400,000. Back 6 months ago, if that house were priced at $400,000, I probably would have told you, look, if you love this house and it's a great house and you really want to win it, you're probably going to need to go in at $425,000, maybe even $440,000, depending on where we're at. That is a significant addition to your price and your payment. I'm not a mortgage lender, so I can't tell you how many dollars that is. Maybe we'll have Dana do that. But when it comes to now, that house hits the market. There's not as many offers on the table. So now we can compete a little bit, not have to go in that high over asking price. We might have to go 5,000 over, 7,000 over. If there are no other offers on the table, though, we're coming in under asking price. So think about the difference in payment there. And that non-refundable money that we're asking people to come up with is far lower right now. We just had one that had $500 due diligence. That was unheard of 6 months ago. Now we're seeing that come back and negotiations are happening. So maybe we go in and we buy this house at $400,000 and you put $5,000 in due diligence fee down, which you get credit for when you close. And then we can look at what repairs need to be done per the inspection report. And maybe we can negotiate either a repair credit or a seller concession towards your purchase price. That's less cash you have to take to the table. There are huge opportunities right now to make some money. Investors are going crazy because there's wholesaling and there's all kinds of assignment contracts going on and fix and flips and flip and hold and the whole thing. So there's lots of stuff happening in the market right now. There's less competition, so it really is a good opportunity for you to get out there and buy a house. If you have questions or you would like some assistance in getting that perfect home for you, please give us a call. We do work the area. We have agents all over the country, though, that can help you. So don't be afraid to reach out. I look forward to talking to you soon. Take care.